How's everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7, back again with another view from the van. Apologies from the off. Like I said, this is the view from the van Watford preview. The lighting's going to be all over the place. Blue sky, sunshine, this time of year, sun so low. I can't avoid it, so apologies before we start about that. But yes, it is the preview for the Watford game, and what a massive game this is. They absolutely, by some shithousery, managed to get away with a point in our previous meeting back down at Vicarage Road. Finished one goal apiece. Sean Longstaff with our goal, I think it was. How the fuck we didn't come out of that with 3 points, I do not know in the slightest. We dominated the game, we created numerous chances, only scored the one goal, and yeah, come out of it with a point. Better than a defeat, of course. But that's one of the matches that you look back this season and you think we should have done better on that game. But yeah, Claudio Ranieri brings up his Watford team to St James's Park. They've got a massive week this week because they play us, they're playing Burnley, and they're playing Norwich. So we've got to start them off by beating the bastards on our own patch. There can be no excuses. There can be no excuses at all, especially after the shambolic, pathetic, heartless, gutless performance last time out in the Cup. That needs to be eradicated. Those lads, or the entire stadium, the fans, the supporters, the victory, they owed them it beforehand. Now, after that pathetic Cup defeat and embarrassment, really, they owe us a victory with fucking frosting, with sprinkles, and the bloody bastard cherry on top of the cake. So I'm hoping tomorrow for a really good performance. I'm hoping for 3 points. I'm hoping for a few goals. And I'm looking to have a little bit of confidence restored, a little bit of inner belief and faith restored after that one. Because, you know, before the Cup game, I was quite high optimistic after the Manchester United game. But that Cup game was absolutely fucking woeful. There wasn't many players who would have scored above a 2 or a 3 out of 10 if you were scoring them that way. But we need and we demand a victory out of this game, because if not, it just becomes a virtual uphill task. It's already like pissing against the wind, isn't it? Let's face it. But look, the games are there, the opportunities are there. The signings are being made. We've got to start winning some football matches and getting ourselves out of the shit that we fucking landed ourselves in. Courtesy of Mike Bastard Ashley, Lee Charnley and his bunch of not so fucking merry men. But anyway, separate argument. This game is massive. We do have another player that's come in, thankfully, that will help. Like I say, Chris Wood, he's came in from Burnley. Burnley didn't want to sell him. So in one foul swoop, we've strengthened a serious area of weakness in our team, and we've weakened a relegation rival who didn't want to let go of their player. So it works on so many fucking levels, it's unbelievable. He can score goals. He's regularly scored 2-digit, returning goals every season, so 10s and 12s every season, which would put him, if he was in the Newcastle team, up as one of our highest goal scorers season in, season out. I think he will complement Callum Wilson really, really well, and I think he gives a real option when we've got both of them fit. Because let's face it, Dwight Gale's sitting on the bench saying that he's pulled his hamstring, or he's feeling this, or he's concerned he's got this injury or whatever. That does very, very little. Playing Ryan Fraser, Miguel Almiron, Alan Saint-Maximin up top does little in the way of helping our goal scoring plight and goal scoring situation. So to sign somebody like Wood, he can come in, he's experienced, he knows how to score, he can hit the ground running, he can come straight into the team, be that focal point of the attack. And many people are being, comparing him to a Leon Best, a Mark Viduka signing, and you can see why. Look, I just hope he comes in, he'll give his all, play for the badge, score a few goals, and convert some of these chances. Because the thing is, and I apologise again about the light, we are creating the chances. The infuriating thing is we are just unable to put the ball in the net, or St Maximum, if he's playing up there, will refuse to pass, or we'll try and take on everybody, or we'll try and take on an extra couple of players and run into a cul-de-sac or whatever. So we just want somebody who'll take the crosses, and smash the bastards in the back of the fucking net, and that is exactly what he will do. And like I said, the added bonus of weakening a relegation rival is just a work of fine art, in my opinion. Yeah, who are we taking off Watford? That's what I'd be asking. But look, Chris Wood, Trippier, they played together beforehand. You've also got, I can't believe I'm going to be saying this, you've got Jeff Hendrick, who knows of him as well. Don't hate me in the comments. But yeah, I think Chris Wood, he comes in tomorrow, he starts tomorrow, because the alternatives aren't worth thinking about. They really aren't. We need a striker playing the striker's role, square pegs in square holes, round pegs in round holes, so on and so forth. And if we can create the chances like what we've been creating recently, I'm sure that you can put one or two of them away and we can get what will be a massive 3 points. And it's the double whammy of them not picking points up, us picking points up, and the carrot of finally, for a little while at least, being out of the relegation zone will feel all so nice. But to me, it's all about just getting the victories between now and the end of the season. The league position doesn't matter. When it matters, other than that last game of the season when we played Burnley, that we're at least fourth bottom and out of the fucking shit. But in our little league that we're in at the moment, this is massive, this is huge. They've got players, they're pretty much full strength. I think they've got that Dennis as well back. More shithousery from Watford. He should have been away at the African Cup of Nations, isn't, so is now available to play. I can't imagine he'll be too pleased, to be honest, because I think any player wants to play international football and play in competitions and try and win trophies, so that might actually play a little bit into our favour if he's a little bit disgruntled. I don't know that, but I wouldn't be happy if I was stopped from representing my country when I was playing for a club. So maybe that plays in, maybe it doesn't, but he's a quality player we'll need to be aware of. But look, Newcastle have plenty of quality players. We also have some shockers, and some of them shockers I hope are nowhere near the fucking team tomorrow. We're talking about Emil Kraft playing at centre back. It just doesn't work for me. I know some people have said, oh, he's not bad, this, that and the other. I'm sorry, it's just a case of us being used to the sort of quality of Mike Ashley signings for all these years. He isn't good enough, he's not the answer. I don't want to see him at Ritchie, as much as I love the man, I don't want to see him at left back at all ever again, because even against Cambridge in the Cup, he should have given away a penalty, let's be honest. And there was time and time again where you're like, your hands like over your mouth, or your heart's in your mouth, all this sort of thing. It just doesn't instill confidence. If we're going to use Matt Ritchie, let's use him further forward, let's use him in midfield, let's use him creating chances, let's use him to bring on as a substitute in the second half or something like that. But we can't be starting some of these players. The central midfield area as well, I think once again, yet again, has been absolutely shambolic, and I'm really apprehensive to see who's playing. I hope John Joe plays, but he needs to be back to the Manchester United's performance. He needs to be back to a top performance as opposed to a bit of a shaky one. I think that's one of the next positions that really got to look at the owners to try and recruit somebody who's competent in them areas. Linked today with Van der Beek again from Manchester United on a loan deal alongside Dean Henderson. And in goal, that is another question mark. On the training photos that I saw from the club release yesterday, I did not see Martin Dubravka, I did not see Carl Darlow, but I did see in many shots Gillespie playing. And from take it with a pinch of salt, from rumours from social media, Eddie Howe isn't being impressed with the goalkeeping situation at Newcastle, and it's a shame because I think we do have a quality top drawer keeper in Martin Dubravka, but he has dropped some ricks. He did seem to get injured in the last game as well, so will he be even fit? I don't know. So interesting to see who starts in between the posts tomorrow. Chris Wood, he has got to start up top tomorrow, and if he scores and gets to the points to get out of the relegation zone, or even temporarily, you've got to imagine Sean Dyche is even going to look more fucking miserable on his next press conference than he already normally does, the poor bloke. I'm not one to talk about beauty competitions or anything else like that, but you get the gist. He seems a pretty miserable bloke, but that's just from my opinions and stuff like that. So looking forward to the game tomorrow, but make no doubt about it, we need a victory. Anything else, people say, well, don't get defeated. There comes a time when you just got to say, look, win a fucking game of football. Because if we can't soon, then, you know, we are going to go down, and it's really what we all want to avoid, if at all possible. Still, absolutely copious amounts of footballers linked with Newcastle, of course. Sven Botman, the name that won't go away. Diego Carlos as well. Big bids in for these players. And with regards to Sven Botman, I think that the offer's been left on the table. His club in financial difficulties don't really want to accept it, but the temptation may get too much as the window goes on. As I mentioned before, rumours about Dean Henderson, the goalkeeper from Manchester United, Donny van der Beek. We're linked still with a plethora of strikers. I think the next striker, and I think there will be another striker that comes in, is likely to be of the mould of the lad from France. Young, promising, bags full of potential, bags full of pace and skill. So we'll see how that develops, but I still expect us to be making 3-4 more signings minimum, and then of course it'll come down to as well players that we can shift on. Rumours around Sean Longstaff, they won't go away. Fabian Schär, rumours around him, didn't see him in the training photos yesterday. That's a point to make as well. So yeah, there'll be players who are going to be going out. We've got far too many goalkeepers on the books. If we were to sign another 5 goalkeepers, is absolutely just ridiculous. So you've got to imagine a couple of those goalkeepers would be shipped out at that point. But yeah, massive game tomorrow. Newcastle, we're going to be missing the likes of Fernandes. He won't be involved, obviously still carrying his injury and everything. Dubravka, we don't know about. We'll wait to hear what Eddie Howe says in his press conference, of course. Jamal Lascelles missing out. I imagine he would come back into it. I saw Matty Longstaff as well. He was pictured in the training shots that I saw yesterday released from the club. So does he get an opportunity? Does he get to sit on the bench? You know, again, things to look at, things to consider. But the makeup of the central midfield pairing that he goes with tomorrow is absolutely critical. It so much is, because I don't know. It just doesn't seem to offer any, at the moment, doesn't seem to offer any protection for the back line, and doesn't seem to do fuck all going forward. Doesn't score goals, doesn't create many chances. So we need you to do one or the other, or a combination of each. Hopefully Joe Linton plays another blinder tomorrow, and looking forward to what is hoping going to be a bear pit atmosphere. Flags, scarves, hats, black and white. A wall of noise and real intimidation for the Watford players, to put them under real pressure and to give our players a boost going into the game. But I'm just hoping and praying. I do think we're capable of getting the victory. I am confident of getting the victory, but there can be no other excuses. We can't keep drawing in games like Drawcastle. We can't certainly not afford to lose games, because they beat us and they're winning the next 2 games, or getting a win and a draw or whatever, and it's happy days for them. It's happy days. You know, we've got some other big games coming up shortly against the likes of Leeds and the likes, and Everton, teams around us, and we've got to start doing it. We've got to start doing the business. We've got to start producing. So yeah, looking forward to Eddie Howe's press conference, seeing who is and isn't available. I'm hoping that the COVID situation is cleared up, because it's been a couple of weeks now that we've been able to work on this and to get things right and sorted. Hoping nobody else has picked up any injuries in the squad, and I doubt that anybody else will be registered before the 12 o'clock deadline to get them involved. But I think personally, before the Leeds game, shall we say, I think there's every chance of maybe getting another 2 players in before that game. And if they're defensive recruits, defensive reinforcements, then that is absolutely what the doctor ordered, because we have been shocking all fucking season at the back, conceding stupid goals after stupid goals, and it's this inability to keep clean sheets when we've scored, when we're in winning positions, that is costing us. On top of obviously VAR fucking us over, and it would be fantastic if for once tomorrow we can just not be shafted over by a stupid refereeing decision, by a pathetic VAR bottle job, that would be absolutely fucking brilliant. Fingers crossed we don't get shafted. Fingers crossed we you know, we get what we need to get, which is a victory against them. I cannot think about the alternatives. I really cannot. But needless to say, I mean, I was fuming after the cup defeat on the day after. I couldn't do a video till the day after. But it will be a whole different fucking level if they manage to balls this one up. But yeah, let me know what you think the score is going to be down below in the comments. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. We've just hit 10,000 on Twitter. We've just hit 5,000, I think, on Instagram. We are literally an ant knob of 10,000 on Facebook as well. The YouTube we started this year, it is lagging behind a little bit with regards to subscribers and stuff like that. So it does mean a lot. It means so much if you can click the subscribe button. Not for anything other, it's not financial, it's not anything else like that. It's just to get that established and that going strong and well, and so you don't miss any of the videos coming forward in the future. We've got some more videos from inside the ground, the atmospheres, the flag displays, all that sort of thing as well coming up shortly. So please, yeah, if you haven't already, consider hitting the subscribe button. It is appreciated. It really is appreciated. We've both been, you know, me and Carl, blown away by the support, you know, since starting Magpie 24/7. To hit those sort of numbers, it was on the same day, 10,000 on Twitter and 5,000 Instagram, and like I say, it's literally an ant's knob of 10,000 on Facebook. We were like, no way at all could we have imagined it had gone so well. So appreciate everybody for continuing to like, to support, to comment, to interact, to banter, to take the piss, all that sort of thing in the comment section. Love reading all the comments, love getting in there and having a discussion about all things Newcastle United. And greatly looking forward to tomorrow, to heading up to the ground to St James's Park and witnessing what better be 3 points and a performance, and hopefully a Wood goal as well. We've got Wood. Take care, keep it tuned, and I'll speak to you later.